battle tonight against Texas, a really good Texas team. And, it felt like one of those late February ACC games where both teams were playing extremely hard and really wanted it. It was a defensive battle. I thought if you look at us on the night, we did some really good things. I thought at the end of the game, we had a couple careless turnovers. We missed a very crucial block out. And then obviously the main thing that stands out is we got to make our free throws. I mean, we went 6 for 14, and at the end, when it's a one possession game, certainly love our guys fighting. We don't take moral victories in this program. We just don't. But at the end of the day, we do have a lot of things that we can build on. I thought starting the big lineup, I thought, we did some good things with that. But I was very happy to see Dontrez come off the bench and really put the ball in the hole. And so, we didn't have everyone play well, but we had some guys that made some plays down the stretch. But in a possession game, we can't go 6 for 14 from the free throw line. So, questions?
How tough was it for Michael O'Connell to have the kind of game he had tonight, not just from the shooting standpoint, but the turnovers in critical situations as well?
Yeah, for whatever reason, and listen, Michael's been our leader. He didn't play great tonight. I don't worry about him. I know he'll be fine. But he had some moments where he just didn't play well.
Run us through that last play with Jay and Taylor there at the end.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Run us through that last play with Jay and Taylor.
Yeah, we wanted to bring Jaden Taylor off of some stagger screens to turn the corner to get to the rim if we could. Didn't want to settle for a three, and if we didn't, the second option was to pin in for Dontrez coming off to get a shot off. And I thought Jaden did a good job. He drove the ball, and honestly, I thought it was contact in the restricted area. I mean, we've always been told that if there is contact in the restricted area, you got a chance to go to the free throw line. We didn't.
What was the game plan to guard Trey Johnson, and just what some of your impressions of watching him play?
Well, I mean, Trey's good, and we're never, obviously, we weren't going to stop him from taking shots. Our game plan was, I think he ended up, what did he have? Hit 18 points. And our game plan was to make him take a lot of shots to get his points. I mean, you're not going to stop a scorer from scoring, but we wanted him to shoot not a great percentage. And, I thought there were 2 plays in the game that he really made late in the game that showed how good he was. In transition, he pulled up and made a big 3 on the right wing, and then JT was guarding him, and I thought he made a big 3 just with him right there in his face. And so he's a good basketball player. And, obviously, I don't know if he's going to be there for very long.
You guys out-rebounded Texas in the first half, and then they won by a pretty big margin in the second. What do you think was the difference?
Yeah, I just thought they beat us to a couple 50-point balls. I mean, we've done it. I thought in the first half we did a really good job. I came into this game, we're focusing on, not giving up offensive rebounds at halftime. We've done a great job, and I thought in the second half they beat us to some loose basketballs. I thought we made a better effort to block out. There were long rebounds that we didn't get, and like I said, I thought number 2, Weaver had a huge offensive rebound for an and one, not an and one, but sent him to the free throw line. I thought that was a big play in the game.
Did this game, the team talking about in the locker room kept saying the message was, we're a good team, we just need to do the little things. So it feels like it's not a moral victory necessarily, but you take away, was that kind of what you told them maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, if I didn't tell you the score of the game, you just picked up the stat sheet, you wouldn't know who won the game. And I thought we did really do some good things. I thought our defense was really good. I thought we answered, some runs that Texas had. I thought it was a back and forth game. It really literally came down to who had the last possession. So there are good things that you can, you can lose a game and still get some things out of it, and I think our guys will take something from it. I just think, with this group new, obviously the things at the end of the game we got to clean up. Like we can't miss our free throws, we can't miss a block out, can't turn the ball over. Especially in a game that was back and forth. This was a back and forth game. This was a tight game the entire time. You didn't know who was going to win the game to probably the last minute of the game.
With the ACC, SEC challenge for now, I guess the ACC hasn't been doing so well today for the most part. you concern yourself at all with, the net rankings, tournament stuff down the line on nights like this?
No, I don't. It's so early. I don't even know who won. I knew who won yesterday, but I don't know. But I don't. We have to focus on us right now, and then obviously I'll look at everybody else. But I'm not caught up in that rank because it's the first one. That thing's gonna change so many times before the end of the season.
Y'all have lost 3 in a row now. Is there one big thing that you want to see changed or adjusted to kind of get this team where it really needs to be?
Well, I think we lost to 3 really good teams, but our focus will still be on, making the right decisions. Our focus will also be on, continuing to work on, not giving up offensive rebounds. Our focus has to be, I've said this from the day one with this team, we can't have a couple guys have bad games. When you look at it, we've had a couple in those 3 losses, we've had 1 or 2 guys who didn't play well. And we got to figure out what do we do with 1 or 2 guys who don't play well.
Looks like you guys did some double screen stuff with Hatfield, and he was able to get isolated on smaller defenders. Was that sort of the reasoning behind playing the bigger lineup?
Yeah, no, the bigger lineup was, Texas has got great size. And so I wanted to, with Kaluma and match up with those guys, do a good job with that part of it. I also wanted, Dontrez to see the game start. I felt like he was pressing a little bit when we were in San Diego at the beginning of the game. I also liked the way our bigs practiced together. It was the first time we spent a couple days of getting those guys some reps together. And I like what I saw. We got to, certainly some of this is going to be dictated about who we play against and how well we can grow. But we got a lot of growth in us. I think this team got a really good chance. Just as I said, you lose the 2 games in San Diego by 11. Okay, all of them hurt, but this one stings because it's one of those 1 possession games, and trying to, we'll go back, we'll watch film, we'll show, hey, how can we be better down the stretch, and if we can, I think we'll clean up some of this stuff.
Are you starting to see some guys kind of play better with each other compared to others, and maybe a sense of a rotation forward?
Yeah, I am. I mean, this is, guys, this, winning and losing is a thin line. We would have a whole different line of questioning if we just won a 1 possession game where we lost a 2 possession game. And so, I am seeing some guys improve in a lot of areas. And, Marcus, finally Marcus got playing, Dontrez got playing, and then we had a couple other guys that didn't play well. So now we got to figure out how to, on certain nights, to get everybody on the same page.
Ronnie made a good point in his post-game interview talking about the crowd. Can you just how it was electric and how it definitely?
Yeah, I'm proud of our fans, and I will encourage them to stick behind this team. It's a 9:15 game, and you can give a lot of excuses at 9:15 about, I got kids, I got to work the next day. I'm proud of our fans for showing up and our students for showing up, and we're going to need them moving forward. The unfortunate thing about it, we don't have a long time, and we've got to turn around and play against Florida State on Saturday, which is an ACC game. And so we got to figure it out. And but I would say kudos to the guys who are fans who showed up, and I really appreciate that they not only did they show up, you could hear them in the building, you could feel them, so it's really good.
You told us in the off season that you were really confident in Brendan and Marcus and then Trez. Looking at their numbers, some people might not have thought they were good gets. Is this kind of what you expected from them? Like nights like tonight where they're contributing a combined, I think, 43 points?
Yeah, I thought they were good. And, we've done a pretty good job in recruiting. And so we go out and identify some guys that we think fit our pieces. And I thought those 3 guys you named really played well tonight. And, obviously we just got to grow on it. We got to shake it off. Like I told you before, the crazy thing about it's really a thin line between winning the game and losing the game, and how you feel and how you approach the next game. In our situation, we got to shake it off. We got to get better. I think we're going to play Florida State. Obviously, it's coming off a loss too. And so we both got to, obviously it's going to be one of those games where, who's got to figure it out quicker and do a better job. But those 3 guys played well.